Yeah, drone here. Check it out. This is Hubsan H107C with an AKK 200 milliwatt on top. I'll have the link for that down below. If I can find a good link for this, I'll have it down below. Why do I have an FPV cam on this? Well, some people in drone days wanted to see it happen, so I got it here. This is going to be a time run though. I'm not flying FPV with the camera on top, which is a little bit overkill. This 200 milliwatt camera. It can be switched down to 25 and in between, but I want to see what type of flight time I'm working with. As you can see underneath, I got a battery that's going to power that, but again, we're not turning that on right now just because this is a time run. I want to see what type of time this can get with the added weight. As you can see, I have electrical tape on the main connection. I should really have it on that connection too. I tried to tap into the main connection, which did power that, but once the motor started spinning, FPV feed got choppy. I also tried to tap directly into the battery before it hit that connection. Same thing happened. This way, it doesn't happen. So let's go. And as you can see, we're using the Jumper T8SG Plus. I highly recommend that to anybody that's flying anything. You could be flying a race drone, you could be flying toy grades, anything. It has Hall gimbals on it, and it's very, very nice. And again, another big thing with this is this has a camera on it. There's an SD card that goes in this. So essentially you have a in-body DVR. If this works right, you can record to that SD card and record your FPV flight. So I just want to see. I want to see what type of flight we're going to get. We are going to shut the lights off. Just going to kind of buzz around in this area here. So let's go. And I'm showing 4.1 volts. It's actually 4.2 volts. It doesn't quite transition that right, but on my charger it did show I was fully charged at 4.2. So let's go. And again, we're just going to kind of cruise here. Nothing too crazy. I do want to pitch down a little bit, make sure it's going to be able to handle the pitching, and then kind of put the brakes on there. It doesn't seem to be having any issues with the wind that's coming towards it or the added weight. This might not be the most exciting video, but this is definitely detrimental for me before I put goggles on with this drone. Clearly right now we're dealing with a decent amount of wind. We probably won't do FPV run today just because of the wind. And we'll try to let's see, we'll try to turn around and fly backwards, or fly towards ourselves with inverted controls backwards, just so you guys can get a good look at this. Hopefully, I know I'm in the shade, so I don't know how well this is transitioning with the light behind it. There should be a really good look at this drone. And again, you have an SD card that goes in this body. You have a decent 720p camera on the front of this. And then you also have it bound to the jumper, so range isn't an issue. Your flight time is going to be an issue, and that's what we want to see here. We want to see what type of flight time we can expect. And this drone, the first time I had it out on the jumper, I actually broke the arm. We'll bring it back. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that front arm, the front left arm there, has a little white patch on it. That is Gorilla Glue holding that together, which Gorilla Glue is amazing. And as you can see, zero issues back in the air again. There, we got our LVC. Lights are blinking. So click that on your timer. And then I want to see how long from the LVC till this thing drops, or until it slowly lands to the ground. Then I'll be able to tell you what the voltage is on the jumper, what it says the voltage is when this thing decides to come down after it comes down. And again, it's probably going to be 0.1 off because we started at 4.2 volts, which is a fully charged 3.7 volt battery, and it showed it at 4.1. Still able to go up, still able to heavy pitch, still able to back pitch, which does a pretty heavy back pitch. And again, we're we're kind of fighting wind here. Like if I let off the controls here, which I'll do. Hold on. I need to control altitude though. Let off the controls. The drone's just going to drift back this way, and that's the way the wind is actually. So we have a pretty long LVC. And another good thing about those lights the way they are, I can see the lights in the camera. So I'll be able to see that LVC as well. And if I got an okay time prior to the LVC, maybe we'll decide to down it. If we end up getting like a 2-3 minute flight after the LVC, there's a quick yaw. So we still got quick yaw. We still got voltage. I don't know if you've seen that, but a fly just flew towards us. It hit the propeller, and it is down for the count. That was great. And I'm just going to try to look at the voltage, which is going to be easier said than done, because it's not an altitude hold drone. So watching it, not watching it, and controlling altitude is a little bit hard. Right now I'm showing 3.1. Showing 3.1 volts. This thing should ground itself. It really should. There, right there. So I killed the motors before it came down. Okay, so heavy draw on this, it was showing 3.1. It actually stops it at 3.5. I know this flickers when we try to look at it through this camera here. It's not flickering on my end, it's just transitioning. So 3.6, 3.5, it's going to stop at. It's going to show 3.1 because it's heavy draw. But that's what type of time we're looking at. We're looking at almost 7 minutes. So maybe we got a 5-6 minute flight time, which is acceptable for this in FPV. Guys, I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Any questions, comments down below. If you have a suggestion for a mod, by all means, let me know. I'm happy to mess around.